Brashear, set in 1945, performed by Gina Ripkowski.
Well, hello, folks. It's nice to see so many lovely faces out this evening. My name is Minnie Brashear. Well, you may recognize the name. It was my father who started the town of Brashear, just 10 miles east of here. But let me start at the beginning. I was born to Richard and Margaret Brashear in 1874. My father was a farmer in eastern Adair County. And when the Quincy, Missouri and Pacific Railroad wanted to lay track through the area, he persuaded them to build the depot on his land. Then he sold off town lots, and he donated land for a public square. And presto, Brashear was born. Have you ever been to Brashear Park? Or how about the Brashear House, the bed and breakfast? Well, my family moved there when I was 8 years old. We loved that house. And my father donated the land across from it for the park. Well, for me, after high school, I graduated here in Kirksville. I went to the normal school and earned my bachelor's degree in English. Now, I understand you call the college Truman State University now, is that correct? Well, I taught in Kirksville for 2 years, and then I got the wanderlust. I wanted to travel so bad. So I became an English instructor at Beaver College in Pennsylvania. It was beautiful there. And from there, I went to the university, or to Montana High School first, and taught high school in Montana, then to the University of Idaho, where I was also an instructor. But remember, it was the 1890s, and my parents were quite nervous about me being a young, single teacher out there in the wild, wild west. But I found it beautiful and exciting. I did stay for a while, but after a while I did become homesick too. So I moved back to Kirksville, and I earned my master's in English and taught at the University of Missouri in Columbia for 25 years. After that, well, during that time, I also fell in love with someone else, Mark Twain. I was enchanted by his writings and work. He's a fellow Missourian of mine, so I wrote 3 books about him. Have you ever read my book, Mark Twain, Son of Missouri? Well, it was published in 1934. It's probably out of print, isn't it? Well, after retiring, I moved back into the house on Normal Street. I love to sit out on the front porch and watch the children play in the park. Sometimes I have tea parties and the girls get all dressed up, and I serve them tea in my beautiful damask cups, and I'll tell you something, they have never broken a cup. I also have story times at my house. We sit out on the front lawn, and I read books while the children eat cookies, and then we discuss the books. I think education is so valuable. I think being of service to one's community is as valuable. When I was young, I helped charter the Sojourners Club. You see, way back in 1897, there were patients and their families who traveled here for osteopathic treatments. So, since they were temporary residents, we decided to make a club of local ladies and the visitors to make them feel at home. A sojourner is one who dwells in some place temporarily. And in my opinion, we are all sojourners here on earth, so we thought the name would be fitting. In 1910, we raised money to pave this driveway right over here, the Forest-Llewellyn Cemetery. And after that, we decided we needed the library. So Mrs. Foraker, she held an ice cream and cake social on her front lawn. We each brought 1 book to donate, and after that we began the lending library with 100 books. The Sojourners ran that library until 1986. And then we had a tax-supported levy for a public library to go through. I love being a sojourner. I love being of service to my community. I love teaching and learning, always learning. And I hope you all do too. Being of service is a wonderful thing. And remember, whenever you can, those teachable moments with the young ones are so important. What time is it? Anyone know? I'm so sorry. I have to run. I have a Sojourners meeting in just a few minutes. It was lovely chatting with you. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.